Hello, Unlimited friends. I have a question from Manisha. The question is, how can one lovingly ensure that we are not giving our power away? Is there some litmus test or screening to check if we are doing so? That's such a fantastic question. Thank you, Manisha, for asking. And before I get into my perspective on this, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm ZMAHOON from ZMAHOON.com, and I'm the author of 12 books on the subject of law of attraction. And on this channel, it is my objective to make law of attraction easy and simple to apply to our lives. All right, let's talk about Manisha's question. So the short answer is yes. There is a litmus test that lets you know whether or not you're giving your power away. And that litmus test is what you manifest. Giving your power away, what does that mean, really? When you say those words, what do you mean? Basically, what you mean is other people are controlling my life. I don't have the freedom to make my own choices because I'm giving my power away. I cannot choose the things that I want to prioritize. I have to give in to my priorities in favor of what other people want. And Manisha, that's not how law of attraction works. But you can't give up that belief unless you look at the logic of it, because now that that belief has been planted in your mind, you've got to rework it using your logic so that your mind can accept the fact that your premise is incorrect. So that's the work that needs to be done. And then your results, what you manifest in life, what happens next is the evidence that tells you whether or not you've done the work so that you're on track. Okay? So what is the work that we need to do? Well, the work of convincing your mind looks like this. If I'm attracting this, if this is happening in my life, meaning that I feel someone else is controlling me or controlling my life, controlling what I should do or not do, say or not say, that lack of freedom, I must be attracting it. How am I attracting it? I'm attracting it because of the way I think my thoughts. It's as simple as that. What are those thoughts? Well, some of those thoughts are your expectations about these people. If they are your close relationships, maybe they're your friends, maybe they're a family member, you have expectations about what sort of people they are. Those expectations are what will control your results because that expectation is a belief. When you say, oh, that person always wants to control me, that's a belief. What you have to start saying instead is, I have the ability to control what happens in my life. Right? That's how you take back control. You take back control by you controlling the vibration, your vibration. See, when you give away control, that means I'm giving someone else the opportunity to control my vibration, which means that you're reacting rather than owning, right? Owning your vibration means I'm going to decide how I want to vibrate. And then I'm going to think those thoughts that help me vibrate in that manner. How do you do that? Well, the most important tool there is pre-paving. Pre-paving says, I'm going to stay in control. Pre-paving says, I want this interaction with this person to be harmonious. I want them to go away feeling satisfied, and I want to come away satisfied. I want them to feel of value, and I want to feel my own value. I want to be respectful and loving, and I want them to be respectful and loving. That's pre-paving. That's having a vibrational goal for your interaction. Then the next part is, once you pre-pave, then the next part is, what is your expectation? What's your expectation? Do you expect them to be nice to you? Do you expect them to push your buttons? Do you expect them to erode your power? And if that is the case, then ask yourself why. Why do you have that expectation? Most likely it's because of past events. But why did those past events happen? Because nothing can happen unless you're vibrating in a manner that brings you that result. Which means that if you change your vibration in the future, your result will change. But it's about convincing your mind today that that is the way things work. And you do that little by little by little. So the most important thing here is not taking it head on, being easy about it, telling yourself that you're going to keep working on it little by little by little, meaning that you're going to pre-pave every time. And your first pre-paving and your second pre-paving and your third pre-paving may not give you exactly the results that you want. Because why? Because you don't have enough momentum. But if you keep doing it and you keep doing it and you keep doing it, you build up momentum. And once you have momentum, now your momentum prevails, right? That's how you take back your power. You build up the momentum. Then the next thing is, find things to appreciate about this person. Even if it is a person that you don't like them at all, but we can always, if we want to find something to appreciate, we can. What are some of the ways that we can appreciate someone? Well, if it's their personality that bothers us, we can look at their physical characteristics. Do you like the way they dress? Do you like the shape of their eyes? Do you like their hair? What are those things about them that you appreciate? Do you appreciate their confidence? Do you appreciate some of the things that they've achieved in life? What is it about this person that you can appreciate, that you wish you were like that? Appreciate those qualities. Because when you appreciate someone's qualities, whether you do it while you're in their presence, with words or just in your thoughts, or you do it while you're sitting in your house, not engaging with them in any way, you're just thinking about them. But what happens is, soon as you do that, you're sending a vibration into the atmosphere, and they are going to capture it with their antenna, because we all have antennas with respect to each other. That's why it's because of that antenna that you have that you can walk into a room and you can pick up somebody's vibe. And that is the reason why when you think about a friend, that friend picks up the phone and calls you, because they are picking up that vibration that says, I'm thinking about you. So when you appreciate the person, you start sending a positive vibration to them. And that, combined with the pre-paving, builds momentum, so that when you're actually in their presence, that interaction goes way better than it has ever been before. And as you shift it little by little by little, everything will start changing. The one thing, or the two things, first of all, don't look for the improvement. Don't go into the meeting thinking, okay, how is it going to go now? What is he thinking now? What is she thinking now? How is this going just now? Don't do that, right? Be authentic, be you, be loving, because the authentic you is a lover. The authentic you is unconditional. See, what happens is, and I mean this in the most loving way, is that when your expectation is of a certain type of behavior, you are no longer unconditional. In fact, you have become extremely conditional towards this person. Being conditional means that you expect a certain behavior. And when you stop expecting that certain behavior, you become unconditional. now your expectation no longer controls you, right? So from what you're wanting to do is to go from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, a scale of 1 to 10 expecting them to push your buttons being a 10, and what you really want is, I want to maintain my control. I want to be unconditional. Because you maintain your control by being unconditional. But if your expectation that they're going to push your buttons is a 10 out of 10, then you're giving your power away. So how to know that you're giving your power away? Ask yourself, what do I expect? Number one. And whatever you expect is what is going to show up as a manifestation. So change that around. And the litmus test is how you feel. What will happen is, instead of cringing at the thought of interacting with this person, you'll reach a point where you become neutral. Neutral meaning doesn't matter anymore. They don't push my buttons anymore. So I don't care if I interact with them or not. I'm impervious. And the next thing that happens, if you keep doing the work, if this is a relationship that is important to you, then you keep doing the work. And the result of doing the work in the end is that you start looking forward to seeing that person. You want to hang out with them. But that's a very far way to go if you're starting out over here where you cringe at the thought of seeing them. Right? So changing how you feel about someone is a stepwise process. Think about the period of time that has led up to this relationship becoming what it is today. And tell yourself, I can do this really quickly. It does not have to take so much time. The reason it has been this way for such a long time is because I didn't understand what was going on. Now that I understand energy, I can do something about it. I can keep my power. I am absolutely and completely in control because why? Because I control the way I think. And I can change the way I feel by controlling the way I think. So if somebody is bothering you, you can have a dialogue in your head that says, I don't care what you're saying. You're just being silly and I'm not buying into it. I know better. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to take it. I know better. And so I'm going to let you have your tantrum, or I'm going to let you do whatever it is that you're doing just now, because it means nothing. It means nothing to me, because I know how the universe works. And I know that the universe is responding to my desire. And I know that the power of my desire in the end, roundabout way or direct way, either way, my desire will get me what I want. Trust the universe. Trust the process. Trust that the things that you want are actually possible. It's all about our expectations. That's what we need to work on. When we change our expectations, what happens next changes. All right. Thank you so much for your amazing question, Manisha. And send more questions in. I love hearing from you. In the meantime, take care. And before you leave, remember to click that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because I would love to see you in my next video. Bye for now.